Alright, my friends, time for the PB, hopefully. I'm saying hopefully because imagine we fuck up against the same grunt again, man. Like, what the fuck? Okay, 4 grunts left in the Aqua hideout. I have planned the 4 grunts, not for the boss fight. And yeah, let's do it, man. Let's fucking do it. So this is the next fight. I have the team ready for grunt number 5. What the fuck? Yeah, grunt number 5, yeah. Okay, we will just check some small stuff before we start, basically. Also, let me... I don't have the script right now. Give me 1 second. Script for the export stuff and pre-damage stuff. Let's check some small stuff here. The next fight, run 5 should be completely fine. Not too hard. Pre-damage is important. Yeah, we can just check out everything pretty quickly in the card before we run into the fight. Completely fine. We don't have the electric terrain up. I don't know why the electric terrain is up, but it's okay. We are fine with that. And we kill. And 194 HP pre-damage with a Staraptor is exactly what we need. Golly is pre-damage to 176. On Golly I'm really careful. Yeah, that's okay. And now you will just Klabushki. Okay, yeah, this fight should be straightforward, pretty straightforward. We should not have too many problems. And then we will have the fight where we basically wiped the last time. Okay. We have done this fight, I'm pretty sure, but we will just... there is also 1 mega item here somewhere. This should be the fight, yeah, okay. Okay! So, my Ampharos will get the Intimidate here. This is Bright Powder Gyarados. Ampharos will beat this Riskless. We have the Mega item. And we have Bold Nature to always survive a EQ. We don't, I think, even always need a Bold Nature here. But we will Mega Evolve, cancel Bright Powder with a Shockwave, and never die to a EQ crit here. And the bait is really consistent as well. This is always EQ, it can't Dragon Dance. We don't really care if this would even Dragon Dance, but this is consistent EQ here right now. Because we have a kill with every single move. I know with every single move, but Thunderbolt kills and yeah. This can never die to a crit here. Gyarados gone. Really good. Ampharos is always really fucking nice here for the lead, because the bait is really consistent. This is my Go-Goat now. or exactly EQ. Even if we get max roll crit, we don't need to pre-damage because we always bait this Pokemon in. Because it is just out damage, out speed. And this can never get, like my Ampharos can never get into a random move range. This will always EQ on the switch in. We teach Dual Wing Beat back here, and we are pre-damaged. Not for this Pokemon. We are pre-damaged for something else. So we will switch to Staraptor here. Intimidate doesn't really matter. We are switching into Immunity here. Perfect. And we will kill this now with a Dual Wing Beat. Just double checking that this is a Salt Vest, not a Berry. Yeah. So Sharp Beak boosted Dual Wing Beat will kill this boy now. And we will always bait in Raichu. And Raichu cannot Nasty Plot here. Because the lowest roll from discharge is 194. So this is exactly Raichu for exactly only discharge. Never Psychic, never Nasty Plot. And there it is. This is discharge. We go to Seismitoad here. Immunity. We don't need to level Seismitoad up here. We will level this up later. Small spoiler. But right now we don't need that. And this is always Grass Knot. Exactly. This will kick out my Golly now. Minimum damage is 65 here. We will not fuck that up again. Hopefully, ever. And we will get a free switch into my Kecleon. What is only 73, but this is enough. So, we will fake out here one time. This is holding a focus band, by the way. This have overlapping rolls with discharge. So, we will go for knockoff here. And we are holding a Lumberry for the Paralyze. Most of the time it's Psychic. But it have overlapping rolls. That's why Sucker Punch never makes sense here. So we will just go for the knockoff. Never die to a crit here. Protein change to Dark type. I think the Focus Band could still proc here. Even we are knocking it off. And we would just be able to Sucker Punch kill this then after that. And Corsola is slower. We don't need 6 months in this fight. I still have Mug in the back as a backup. We just killed us simply with knockoff here. This is Power Herb. This can't survive. It's just dead. Yeah. It's just gone. Nothing can go wrong here. We are faster. Yeah. Okay. Just triple checking. Okay. God damn it! This is my good Dell from the Sterling Silver Discord, right? Mug is in the team, yeah. It was a spectating, basically, but... yeah, we need... I mean, if we can bring 6 months, we always bring a backup, of course. Mug could always switch into Trick Room. I think, at this point, this could go for Power... Meteor Beam. This Pokemon could get dangerous in the end, because of the special AI with the Meteor Beam and stuff like that. Okay, so, where is my Mega item? There it is. We don't have a Shark, but maybe we'll get some Sharks. I think I want to have one this run. Mega Shark is cool. When do we get the Mega... Oh, wait. When do we get actually the Mega Steelix for my Monkey run? I could check that, but it doesn't really matter for this run right now. Yeah. I was like, okay, when do we get Mega Steelix? And then I just realized I don't even have Steelix in this run, but in my Monkey run I have Steelix. I'm not even sure I will reach that point. In the Monkey run. Okay, so the next fight is the fight where we can PB now. Surely we will not fuck that up again. Okay, we have a flyer in the team. Let me first of all just change the move from Magnus Zone before we set up the team, because we need to set up a new one move, right? Yeah. Okay, so we will skillfully teach a Thunder on this Pokemon. And there it is. So Thunder over Electro Web. There it is. Okay. All right. So for the next fight, we need Togedemaru. We need Golly, who is already in the team. We need Primarina. We need Tornado. I think I have some potions left. I'll just check it, otherwise we have to buy some of those. And we have Blaziken. So, let's do it step by step. So, Togedemaru. Is Careful Nature. Level 80. So, Endless Candy, yeah. Level 80. And Life Orb. Okay, this is done. Now, next Pokemon is my Golly. Will stay on level 77. Will change the nature to Impish. That's perfect. We don't need to do anything else. We just need to pre-damage this to 135 HP. Let's just straight up do it. And I will double check the pre-damage, because that is the reason we wiped the last time, basically. 135 HP. Okay. You will get a Citrus Berry. Still, just in case. Because the Citrus Berry is never stopping the exit. In this ROM hack, at least. This Pokemon have so many bugs, basically. Primarina is Modest Nature with a Pixie Plate. And will get a small amount of pre-damage. Let's first of all give this a Pixie Plate. And Primarina will get pre-damaged. To 200. Yeah, 239. Okay. The next Pokemon is, in order, my... we need to maximize the special defensive here. Maximize special defensive. We need to change the nature to Sassy. Yeah. And you will get a Zoom Lens. And we will pre-toxic Totonator, not pre-poison, pre-toxic. Pre-toxic slot 4. Okay, Magnezone is Modest Nature. Teach Thunder over Electro Web, we have already done that. And the level is fine, we just need a Person Berry. Okay, and now my last Pokemon is Blaziken and we'll just get a Charcoal. Okay, let's export and check out small stuff again. Perfect. Yep, that's correct. That is correct. That works. That works as well. Okay. Last time I thought I have a riskless line. And I think I had a really similar team. It was sadly not riskless because I had a knowledge issue with the emergency exit. And we wiped because of that. Let me check that we have potions, otherwise I just need to run back again. And that just, yeah, I don't have too many of them, but that's enough. Okay, we have done this fight and we have done this fight. Can do one more step. Okay, and now we heal. Oof. Okay, heal Turtonator to full HP. One more quick check for Blaziken. I think it's always safe. Just double checking. Yep, it's always safe. Okay. Let's do it. We changed the nature from you to Impish, Modest, Pixie Plate, Sassy Nature, Zoom Lens, Modest Person Berry, and Charcoal. And you are holding the Life Orb with Careful Nature. Let's do it. Time for PB. Okay, so the rain is up for the entire fight. The only thing, according to my knowledge, what can fuck up the fight is a misclick. So we fake out, first of all. This will give us 10% Life Orb chip. Now we kill this with a Zing Zap, get another Life Orb chip here. Now we always bait Poliwrath for a fast kill. For Drain Punch, most likely, or Liquidation. Even if you pre-damage for Drain Punch, it will have at least 1 or 2 overlapping rolls. So, that was the situation we wiped the last time. Try to stop the exit now, you piece of shit. $111 is always exit. This is the lowest amount This is the lowest roll it can do, and 111 it is basically, and it will always exit us out here. There you fucking go. We go to Primarina. Primarina slightly pre-damaged. This can never belly drum. We will just kill it with a Moonblast here. And this will go for liquidation. Critical hit is completely fine. I'm pre-damaged to just make sure always bait Heliolisk in the next turn. Even if we get a crit or a defense drop, it doesn't really matter. We never bait anything else outside of Thunderbolt here. So we just kill this with a Moonblast. And he was pre-damaged to always bait Heliolisk. And we was only pre-damaged for the highest roll Thunderbolt, so this can maybe even glare on the switch in. It will not matter, but there is a chance. Because that was looking like a okayish roll. Yeah, it was not a really strong roll. Heliolisk only sees a kill with 2 rolls, so this can really likely, even not likely, but it can glare on the switch, and it doesn't really matter. We will always switch to Detonator. We are just pre-toxic here, not pre-poison, because poison is doing more. So we will, on the entry, we will not get that much damage. We always survive. Double high roll. We can't get crit here. There's a Thunderbolt. And this is holding a Bright Powder here. So we will need to cancel this Bright Powder somehow. We are holding a Zoom Lens. We are pre-toxic, so we can't get glared here. And Toxic is doing less damage on the first turns than pre-poison. We always survive a Weather Ball here. Highest roll Thunderbolt into highest roll Weather Ball into double poison tick or toxic tick basically. And always kill this with Body Press. Because we will drop that low now, we are baiting absolutely random moves from the exact Pokemon we want to see here. And there's the Neuven. This is absolutely random move. We need a Person Berry, that's why. And Magnus Zone is always beating it. Yeah, for that we have a Person Berry here. We never die to triple crit here, if this wants to go for only attacking moves. And we always kill with double Thunder. But it will just, most of the time, just double team anyways, because it thinks it's just clever here. But we have the Thunder, so we don't worry about the accuracy. Because this will always hit in rain. Okay, and the last Pokemon is the Explosion Pharaoh. What can't boom anymore. But it can for sure go for Curse. At this HP. I really hard believe. Yeah. This can Curse on the switch in. The cool part is we don't really care about that because we have a Pokemon who doesn't care about Curse. So this is Leftovers. Leftovers Pharaoh. Can't boom anymore. There is the Body Press. We survive every single move. Curse would be completely fine. Because we will always attack this with a special move. Never get Iron Barbs damage. And always kill this with Charcoal Boosted Overheat. And that is PB now. Okay, let's concentrate. Okay. Second grunt down for this stream. That was grunt number 6. We have 2 more grunts to do before the boss fight. I haven't planned the boss fight. We are always surviving the poison, we don't need to worry about that. Don't have a flyer, I think. No. Fine. Okay, next fight. So we have Corvi. We have Golly again. This fight is really technical. I will talk about that. Okay, so first of all, we Endless Candy, Slowbro to max. Now we change the nature from Slowbro to Modest. Done. And we will give Slowbro a Leperberry. Okay, we max level Corvi. And give this a Leperberry as well. And pre-burn. Okay, now Golly will change the nature to Adamant. We will maximize the attack. So it's time to maximize the attack from Golly now. It was only one attack IVs. And we will level this up to 81. So, max level. We will not maximize the special defense. On purpose. Okay, this will get a Citrus Berry. And a small amount of pre-damage. The pre-damage is 232. Pre-damage, slot 3, 232. Kecleon is max level as well. Don't need double edge. Max leveling Kecleon. And we will maximize the attack here. But it's right now not maximized. And you will get a life orb. As well, you need a pre-damage here. Pre-damage, slot 4. 180 HP. Perfect. Hydreigon will get one more level up here. So it's also max. And Hydreigon will get the Timid Nature. Timid Nature. This is already maximized completely. And you will get the Dragon Fang here. And Primarina will stay modest. And will for the safety, you are modest, I'm pretty sure, because you was modest in the last fight, yep. And will for the safety get a Citrus Berry here. It is probably just a safety. Okay. Okay, just checking some small stuff again. Okay. We should be good to go. We should be good to go. Okay, we have done this fight, we have done this fight. And we have done this fight. Okay. B damage is correct. Just double checking again. Maximize attack. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Time for the next round. Ladies and gentlemen. So, before we start the fight, big shout outs to Smallland here. A lot, I would say a lot, not everything, but a lot from this fight is basically copied from Smallland's fight on this grunt. That fight was amazing, in my opinion, and it was not that consistent because I have a GMO run right now in the Deathlocke. He didn't have GMO mons and he had some risk against the Scaracosta. We will not have any risk here if I have done everything correct. But this strat is from Smallland, so shoutouts to Smallland. That was a really nice Grand Fight from him. And we have basically nearly all the tools what he also had. We just can control the levels really well here because we can just maximize the IVs and stuff like that. So he was always dead to a triple crit Stone Edge here. We will not die. Okay? So slow roam, we will stall this Caracosta. If you saw that fight already, you probably know what will happen. If you saw the fight in the Smallland run. But for everyone who have no idea, we will stall this Caracosta out of moves entirely. This is sturdy, quick claw. It have Stone Edge, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Stealth Rocks. We will stall all moves out here. The really important thing to keep in mind here is that it can use rocks turn 1. We will let the rocks go up here. We will always play with rocks up in the entire fight. And it should still be riskless, deathless. That is the key, obviously, because we can't lose a Pokemon here. And we will always slack off here because it can just go for Stone Edge turn 1. So we will stall out the Stone Edges here. And Stone Edge is not in slot 1. So it means it have Hydro Pump. I checked that again, not only the calc. I checked basically Hydro Pump is in slot 1. And that means Hydro Pump have 8 PP here. And Stone Edge have 5, while Ice Beam have 10. So we will just slack off until this Pokemon is out of Stone Edges. And then it will start using Hydro Pumps. There are the rocks. That's completely fine. So this will just fail, the slack off, but it's okay. We have a Leper Berry to never run out of slack offs. So we will just sit here and slack off for a while. That is the first Stone Edge. Let me write that down. And we never die to critical hits, basically, because, yeah, we just have enough HP and IVs for that. We don't even need the Bold Nature, we are just modest here. That was Stone Edge number 2. Stone Edge number 3. Stone Edge number 4. Critical hits are completely fine here, by the way. Even if this looks maybe dangerous, but this is absolutely not. And this is Stone Edge number 5. Now it will start using Hydro Pumps. There's the first crit. Because we would always slack off, we would always be fine against crits multiple times in a row. I calculated that. If we get 5 crits in a row, we still survive the last one on low HP. So, this is out of Stone Edges now. Now we will slack off on the Hydro Pumps. And this have 8 Hydro Pumps in total. So, let's count the Hydro Pumps now. Now we will, in between the Hydro Pumps, use 1 Psychic. That's really important because if the AI can't use moves anymore, effective moves, it can switch out. This Psychic will mean that this can't switch out anymore, even if this is out of moves. So we will Psychic. Here we are never dead to double Hydro Pump. It was 1 Hydro Pump. And we will Psychic. Hydro Pump number 2. This Psychic can't critical because it's sturdy. We slack off on Hydro Pump number 3. It's really important to count correctly here. Hydro Pump number 4. Yeah, Quick Claw is completely fine. Was that really number 4 already? Should be, yeah. Use rocks on turn 1. Yep. Hydro Pump number 5. Leper Berry will activate. Because the first slack off just failed. And that means we are correct on count here right now. Hydro Pump number 6. Hydro Pump number 7. And that should be the last Hydro Pump. There it is. It should be out of Stone Edges and out of Hydro Pumps. Now we need to stall the Ice Beams. We can't do it with Bro, because Bro can get freezed and we need Bro for something. We will go to Corvius pre-burn, so we can't get freezed here. This is basically the same what Smallhand have done here. We will get rocks damage. And we are never dead to double Ice Beam crit after that. But there's the first Ice Beam. It's fine if we miscount that, basically. Because we can confirm one time. And we have enough Ruse PP for exactly the Ice Beams. Because of the Leper Berry. This is Ice Beam number 2. Ice Beam number 3 in a second. There it is. Ice Beam number 4. This is Ice Beam number 5 now. This is Ice Beam number 6. Leper Berry. Ice Beam number 7. Ice Beam number 8. 2 more. Then it's out of moves. We can test that one time, because it have enough Stealth Rocks PP. Should be Ice Beam number 9. And this should be the last Ice Beam. And then it will start using rocks, because it doesn't have moves anymore and it can't switch out. So we will test it one time here. Just to confirm it, because it have enough rocks PP. There are the rocks. Okay, now we switch to Bro. Again back. We get rocks damage, it's completely fine. We future sight this turn. We slack off this turn. We switch to my Golly, who is slightly pre-damaged and will get rocks damage on Stealth Rocks, and this will die now. So nearly everything from now what we have done was basically the same what Smallhand have done, basically. And this will die to future sight. The AI sees a fast kill with Thunderbolt from Starmie. This Starmie is really hard to play around, especially for a deathless fight. This is analytic, life or boosted Starmie. That's why this thread is really nice here. That's why we have done all of this entire setup. We have the rocks up, but that's okay. Because it's the first turn and Golly haven't done anything here right now. We kill this with first impression straight up. And because we are slower than everything, but we out-damage everything in the back, this should be Octillery exactly now. And that's why we need a small amount of pre-damage. And we haven't maximized the special defense here. 0 special defense. So, there is a thing we need to think about if the Sucker Punch will crit. That can happen. So, we can't use first impression anymore, of course. And this Sucker Punch will always do minimum damage that we will be able to kill it next turn with something else. Because it will always use Water Spout. This Pokemon is also really threatening because of Sniper Quick Claw. Quick Claw can't activate here because Sucker Punch have Prio. With that damage output, what we will do with the minimum damage from Sucker Punch, or max roll even Sucker Punch, will still kick me always out here. And because the AI doesn't know I will go for Sucker Punch, it will always go for the move. If this crits, it can maybe not kick us out, and then we need to think about some pivots, probably. But we can steer that out, I'm pretty sure. So if this crits, it's not ideal, but I think we can still figure it out. So Sucker Punch, no crit, Water Spout will always kick us out, that's why we had the pre-damage here. Even on highest roll Sucker Punch, there it is, kick us out here, Citisberry proc. Can't kill me on a Sniper crit as well. And now we go to Kecleon, who is also pre-damaged. And we are holding the Life Orb as well. Beating this Riskless is really hard, but we can do it now. We'll get Rocks damage. We will Fake Out. And the minimum damage from Sucker Punch from Golly into minimum damage Fake Out. Into minimum damage from Kecleon Sucker Punch. Always will kill this Octillery. Not only that, we will always bait exactly on that pre-damage. And on that damage what we take. Always exactly only EQ from Gliscor. What makes Gliscor as well completely riskless now. Because this Pokemon is also not that hard, that easy to beat. If it can Sword Dance on the switch in. This is not possible. We can go to Hydreigon now. Because it needs to exactly EQ. We will get a bit Rocks damage here. Perfect. We are Timid Nature to outspeed this Gliscor. And we will just throw a Dark Pulse first of all. We have a flinch chance. We never died to Facade crit here or to Dual Wing Beak crit. Perfect. And now we just drop a Draco to kill this. And the last Pokemon can probably even not curse here right now. Because I still have a fast 2-hit KO, I think, after that, right? Let me just check that. -2. It doesn't really matter that much, though. Yeah, but we still have a fast 2-hit KO. Yo, what's up, man? How are you doing? And we can go to Primarina, who is always beating this boy here. I even have, or this girl in this case. I even have a Citisberry, just in case. But this will just Dragon Tail, yeah, exactly. Curse would be okay. We can just Draining Kiss here one time. This can Curse here right now because we don't have a fast 2-hit KO. We are slower. So it would be okay. But Primarina is just eating the moves here like a boss. I just have a Citisberry for the safety. Because we don't need a damage item here. We can just throw a Moonblast now here. And this might even kill. Perfect. One more grunt. And yeah, again, shoutouts to Smallland. the entire start, basically what we have done with stalling, I just basically copy-pasted the strat. And it was more consistent here, because we have a GMO run in the Deathlocke. So he was forced to risk some small stuff. But to be honest, this fight is really fucking hard. So yeah. In my opinion, Smallland played really fucking consistent. In attempt 1, by the way. So that was really strong. Yeah. We have one more grunt now. This is also a bit complicated, but yeah. We should be okay on this grunt. This grunt was harder for sure. This grunt is a menace. It's really hard to switch in, and you don't, if you... And I was like, I want to know if the rocks are up or not. And with that strat, the rocks are always up. I know that at least. You could kill this with Thunderbolt, Ampharos, Mold Breaker. And just 20% the rocks are up or not. It's stupid, to be honest. So I was like, okay, I want to know if the rocks are up or not. And with that, I can just plan better. For the Starmie, especially. Okay. Now, the last grunt before the boss fight. We will not do the boss fight. But we will do the last grunt now. And we have a Staraptor for that in my team. We have Salazzle. We have Electrode. We have Beedrill. We have Dragapult. And Seismitoad. And now we will also max level Seismitoad. So this will take a bit, but it's fine. Okay, so... Staraptor will not have any changes. Staraptor is just Citrus Berry. And is there for the lead, basically. And maybe one more switch in later. The Salazzle will get the Wiki Berry. And... let's check, yeah. The Salazzle will get the Wiki Berry and a nature change here. We will change the Salazzle to Bolt. And we will go for max level here. We have to. Endless Candy. Okay. So Salazzle will get a Wiki Berry. I had thought about Fiji Berry and that would just fucking confuse me. So I double checked that. Could also go with the Ayapapa Berry probably. Let me just check that. Because we have more of those. Yeah, we can go with the Ayapapa Berry here. Okay. Now Electrode. We'll get the magnet. We'll stay on the level as well. Magnet, and we will just go for the modest nature on my Electrode. We'll just stay on this level, that's the cool part. So we don't need to max Electrode here. But we need to change the nature to modest to do a bit more damage. Now Beedrill will get maximized in one thing, and that is HP. We want to have max HP here on Beedrill. just to avoid some shenanigans. There is the max HP. It's a bit more HP, and this can matter for sure. Endless Candy. And you will go to max. We will get the mega item here on Beedrill. Dragapult is Citrus Berry. And you will be Hardy Nature, so neutral basically. So we don't have plus special attack as well. And the level is correct. And now we need to level Seismitoad up. And we need to do a nature change in a second. But let's level this up first of all to max. So this will be max level now. Okay, you will get the soft sand. And you will get a nature change. The nature change will be quiet nature. So minus speed. But still plus special attack. There it is. Okay. We don't need pre-damage. But I have to double check some small stuff, of course. Okay, this is fine. Now we are here. This is fine. Yep, that's okay. We will always bait you. Then that is okay. Here. Beedrill. Let's check out the mega stats. We should be fine always, but just in case. Yeah. Doing enough damage here. Just destroying this Pokemon. Destroying this Pokemon. And destroying this Pokemon. This is really important. Okay. We should have a riskless fight again. For the last grunt. Let's hope that is really the case. We can drop pretty low on Salazzle, but I think this is fine. Worst case, we are also faster. Yeah, okay. I was checking that there is nothing what is faster than here. Okay. Minus speed means that Ludi is faster, right? Yeah, Ludi is always faster than Seismitoad. Okay, cool. Okay, we have done this, we have done this. We have done this grunt, we have done this grunt, and now the next grunt is waiting in the next room. There it is. The last grunt before the boss fight. We have to prep the boss fight for the next stream then, but at least every grunt is done. Alright, let's do it. Grassy terrain up for the entire fight. We are leading with the Raptor because we have a slot free here. Just give this an Intimidate. It makes most of the time the life easier from Salazzle. It can still crit. This needs to Grassy Glide here, always. Because we have a kill here. A fast kill. We need to do that. We need to lead with something what can always bait Grassy Glide so we can encore this. Because on Salazzle, it can go for a slow kill, high horsepower. It's a 1 into 10 chance. So we need to encore this. This is really important. Encore. 9 out of 10 times it is going for Grassy Glide on my Salazzle as well. But we need to be sure. So, this is Focus Band and that's why we need to Toxic this first of all. We are also getting heal here. So this is... I don't think Salazzle can lose this. Just let's watch the timer here. Grassy Glide again. We have a Wiki Berry just in case. If we drop too low, it will just proc then. Now we can throw a Flamethrower and I think Encore will end after that. If this max rolls, this will just die and Focus Band can proc. But it will just die then. Okay, critical hit works. This is always Tenta, no matter what. And this can already go on the switch in because it doesn't see a kill from this range for Toxic Spikes. So, we will go to my Electrode now here. On Scald or Toxic Spikes, I think this is seeing killing rolls. That's a slow kill also, so yeah. Now we will Volt Switch out here because we need chip damage on this Tenta. And this is Sludge Bomb. We are fine against a critical hit. We would not like to see that, but we are fine. We maximize the HP to reduce fictions later on Beedrill, because Beedrill will kill a lot of mons in this fight. We also remove the Toxic Spikes now. Perfect. No critical hit means we will get a lot of healing here. Grassy terrain is really nice for us. And ground moves are reduced, but not every ground move. It's basically only Bulldoze and EQ. I think. We can see that in the calc as well. So Grassy terrain is up. And Drill Run will always kill this. We need to Mega Evolve. Let's go back. Mega Evolve and Drill Run kill. Because we have a kill on everything in the back outside of Ampharos, the AI needs to switch to Ampharos here. And this is Quick Claw Ampharos. That's the only last puzzle we need to solve here, basically. We get again Grassy terrain healing, that's really nice for us. And there is the Ampharos. This is exactly always a Thunderbolt or counter. So it can go for both. And first of all, we will switch. We cannot U-turn because of the Quick Claw. We will switch to Seismitoad on either counter or Thunderbolt. There's a counter. Now this is Focus Blast or counter. We need a small amount of chip damage on this to kill this with Seismitoad. We cannot do it with Seismitoad riskless because it have a Quick Claw. So we need chip on this first of all. Focus Blast. We are immune to that. Now it can't counter. It needs to go for HP Ice. We'll drop a Draco and never kill this on a crit here. Really important. Yeah. We can't kill this on a crit. Drop a Draco. No Quick Claw. We would... it doesn't really matter. It just doesn't really matter. We always survive a HP Ice crit. We have a Citrus Berry. We are Gucci. So it will also get some healing here now. And we have enough HP to pivot to Salazzle without any problems, because this is always only HPIs, to confirm the Thunderbolt again. Critical hit is completely fine here, of course. So Ampharos is getting a bit healing, but that is okay. This is enough. We need basically 20% chip. And we have that with Draco. Now this is Thunderbolt. It cannot counter because we don't have a physical move here. Perfect. And now we always kill this with Soft Sand boosted Earth Power. Earth Power is not reduced. EQ is reduced here. We always kill this with Earth Power. Quick Claw can proc and put me into low range here. But never anything else than Grassy Glide. Either way, this is always Ludicolo for Grassy Glide now. So we kill this with Earth Power. No Quick Claw. We have to play around that, of course. We need max level to avoid a waterfall on the switch in. If we get super low. And we need the damage. There is the Ludicolo. This needs to Grassy Glide here because it sees a kill. That's the only move it sees a kill. Even it's a prior move, it needs to go for it because nothing else kills here. So, we can now switch on this Grassy Glide to my Staraptor. Why we are doing this? We can't intimidate this, but we can waste the Grass Gem first of all. Because we will never die here to any crits. And we have a Citrus Berry to get us out of anything else. If this crits, max roll crit. And because the Raptor have a fast kill, it is forced to use again Grassy Glide. Now the Grass Gem is gone. Without the Grass Gem, that Grassy Glide is not that dangerous anymore for Beedrill. So we go to Beedrill back. We need to eat that move twice. Most likely, because it also sees a slow kill with Zen Headbutt. But we have to think about eating it twice. And now we just Leech Life kill this and kill everything in the back line. Yeah, there's the next Grassy Glide, and we can see with critical hits we would be okay. It's doing still a lot of damage, but because we wasted the Grass Gem already, it would be fine if we get a double crit here and a Sludge Bomb crit. But we need to maximize the HP for that. That's why we have done that. So this is just team order now, because we kill basically both mons in the back. First one is a Wop. We need also max level for this to kill this, because it is a Wop. And we kill it with Leech Life. The last Pokemon is Obstagoon. And just dies to Leech Life. Okay, every grunt is done in the Aqua Hideout. Only the boss fight is left, and this boss fight is for sure not easy. So we need a plan, a good plan, for a deathless fight. I think I sacked something in my regular run here for sure. Yeah, let's see. But that's it for now. Oh shit. Just kidding, bro. That was the wrong way. But yeah, I can run back off stream. It doesn't really matter. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the boss fight. Maybe today. Let's see if I can cook this fight fast enough. Maybe not. Let's see.